All right, so we're getting started this morning. I went and got some gas, or the pump that's pumping into the sprayer. And Nathan's working on filling the sprayer up with fertilizer. I actually already sprayed one load this morning, so we're on our second load here. It's about 8:30 in the morning, so we got a nice early start. Hope to get a lot done today. So what's happening now is you saw Nathan put the two different herbicides into the mixing tank there, and then that got sucked down into the hose and into the sprayer. And so we've got fertilizer running into the sprayer, and we added those two herbicides for weed control. So we aim to fill it up to 1,080 gallons. You can see there, got it full, got the pump shut off. So talk about these herbicides.
So MCPA is a form of 2,4-D actually, and it's a contact herbicide, so it kills weeds that are growing. And then Finesse is more of a residual herbicide. I think it has some contact activity, but at least with MCPA. So we kill weeds that are growing and hold back the weeds until the wheat grows up and covers the ground, and then weeds don't really grow through once the wheat is grown more.
How'd you get your scratch?
My dog stiff-armed me in the face.
All right, so Nathan is going to go spray out that load. I sprayed out the first load while he was doing helping with chores back at the main farm. We're at my house today, and he's gonna head out to a field about a mile away, and he's gonna spray out that load. It won't take him too long, so I'll take the semi to him and nurse the sprayer. So that just essentially means to keep the sprayer full of fertilizer and keep the sprayer going instead of Nathan having to come back to the semi, take a whole bunch of extra time. I'm gonna follow him around with the semi and make sure he stays full of fertilizer. So what's nice about that is it's gonna allow me to film him and what he's doing. It's kind of hard to film what you're doing when you're spraying, when you're mixing, when you're loading. And so I'll be able to film him, tell you guys what's going on, and hopefully get the drone flying here in a little bit. So as you can see, we let Kobe and the cats in the house, and that can make it a little messy in here with pet hair and stuff. We keep them on this main floor where there's mainly just hardwood. This is the original hardwood of our 100-year-old house, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the cat shed and Kobe sheds, and it can be tough to keep a farmhouse clean, whether that's the pet hair or the dirt and the dust that comes from working on a farm. So I wanted to show you guys this product. It's the P500 air purifier off of Amazon, and it's on sale right now for 25% off on Amazon. This actually tells you the air quality in your house, and it's got a really nice filter system on the side of it here, and it's going full speed right now, but you can actually, I don't know if you guys can hear it, you can actually slow it down to where you can't even hear it. So it is nice and quiet, and it does a great job of filtering the air. We've actually noticed a big difference since we started running this here in the house. Like I said, living on a farm, and especially here in the spring with all the pollen and the dust flying around, people are burning their pastures. there can definitely be a lot of air pollutants, especially inside an old farmhouse like this. So definitely a thumbs up review on this air purifier. Again, it's the Pure Oxygen P500 that you can buy on Amazon. I'll include a link in the description for you guys. It is approved by the cats and Kobe. Yeah? You like it? All right, Nathan gave me the text that he's about 8 minutes from being done. Our new TopCon spray monitor in that sprayer, it tells us the amount of minutes until we're finished spraying. So it's really nice. You can text someone, instead of saying, oh, I've got about 200 gallons left of spray, you can say, I've got 10 minutes. And so heading out to meet him with the semi. You can see him actually if you look really close on the hill over there. So come on, Kobe, you coming with? Up, up. Good boy. Oh, you got something on your seat. Sorry, dude. There you go. All right, so Nathan, I parked on the side of the road here, and Nathan doesn't even have to fold up. He's gonna fill right next to the road here in between the power poles. Instead of turning around on this road, I ended up just backing about 1/8 of a mile. Never waste a good opportunity to show off your backing skills.
Nice backing.
Thanks.
I was like, I don't know how he's gonna turn around, and then I saw you going down the other road. I was like, is he gonna back the whole way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you did.
So I just used this lever here to switch from pumping out of the back tank to the front tank. We got 2 tanks on here. So this is the field, one of the fields we planted oats in. The wheat is up on the hill, and then down here we planted oats. Gonna see if it's sprouting.
Oh, they're swelling a little, but they haven't sprouted yet.
Haven't sprouted quite yet.
But the rain will get them up.
It's supposed to rain this weekend. All right, so with that fill, Nathan should be good to finish that field, and so I'm gonna meet him at the next field. So I'm gonna head over there now. You having fun today, Kobe? In that drone video, it totally looks like the field is bare and there's nothing growing. But as you can see when you're filming down lower here, yes, this wheat is a little behind probably. It's a little small for this time of year, but we plant this after beans. We harvest the beans, then we come in here and plant the wheat. And so this is pretty normal. This is typically what it looks like this time of year. And so it's looking good. It doesn't look as good from the sky because you can't hardly see the green. But we've got pretty high expectations for this year's wheat. It survived that cold spell, which was definitely a blessing. We thought maybe that negative 20 degrees would maybe ding the wheat a little bit. But it had some snow cover on those coldest days, and so I think that's what helped it survive. This is the Monument variety, which we have found puts most of its energy from here to harvest. It doesn't grow a whole lot in the fall or early spring. It looks pretty tiny, and then it gets going here in these next few months. So still got high expectations for it, and hopefully there's no freeze that will come and damage this anytime in the next couple weeks. I'm sure people are probably going to ask, why are you spraying your fertilizer on instead of streaming it? A lot of people will stream nitrogen onto wheat. Well, you saw earlier in the video that we're putting on some herbicide at the same time, and so that's why you have to spray. If you streamed it with herbicide, it wouldn't evenly distribute that herbicide to kill all the weeds that we're trying to kill with this pass. All right, been eating some lunch. Tater tot casserole my wife made, and Kobe's been napping in here with me. I got my email pulled up here, and been doing some emailing. Just put the hotspot from my phone onto my computer, and then I got some video to edit as well. That is always on my to-do list. Sometimes if you see we don't have any videos for a week and then we have 3 or 4 in a row, it's not because we didn't film any necessarily. Sometimes it's because I didn't have time to edit them. So yeah, there's not a whole lot of farmers who are probably out there editing video out in the field like this, but it's definitely possible. Multitasking. All right, so thankfully, because of this TopCon auto steer that we recently had installed, and then the NORAC boom height control, I can talk to you guys about what I'm doing and not have to constantly be looking at everything. So the boom height control is those sensors right there. It measures how far the spray boom is from the ground, and then it adjusts automatically. You can see it adjusting the booms there on the screen. So it keeps it about 32 inches from the ground at all times. And then the auto steer is constantly driving us straight, and you know, doing that automatically as well. Then we've got our new TopCon monitor up here. We're applying 39 gallons to the acre of nitrogen, and then there's our auto steer. Overall, it's just a really nice day to be out here top dressing wheat. We got Coronado Heights for scenery. You'll probably make fun of us in Kansas because we have a flat horizon except for one little hill, which we're really proud of. This is like one of the 7 wonders of Kansas. And it's not just the only hill, it's the only hill you can see from this field, but we've actually got some really nice little bluffs here that we get to look out over from our other main farm. And so Kansas scenery isn't as bad as people think. So as I was talking about earlier, this monitor tells us how many minutes we have left of spraying, and so I've got about 8 minutes left going on this wheat field, and then I'll go and fill again with Nathan over there. He's eating his lunch in the semi with Kobe. Guys, it smells so bad out here. Either a skunk got hit on the road or died out in the field, got in a fight. It smells like skunk, this whole field. It's nasty. All right, there he goes. Last load for this field. We got one more field to go. So I'm gonna drive the semi over there and we'll do one more field.
Okay, so I've been switching off with Greg, top dressing wheat. It's really nice to have 2 people, 1 person to move the tender trailer around, because we're filling every like 30 minutes or even less sometimes. And so it's been nice to have him here, especially today. I've done it by myself. The days last week I was kind of on my own. I was moving the trailer around myself. Luckily we were in pretty close fields, but it's still a lot nicer to this is like the field area, and then I can switch back and forth between some of these screens. So this will show me more like how much I still have in my tank, my rate. I can change my rate. I can find out what percent my pump's running at and what my nozzles are putting out. So that's all pretty nice stuff. And then of course this is the auto steer screen, and the map, you can kind of see what you're doing. So we're definitely liking this Topcon X35 in here, and it's we had to put we put a new rate control. We put the Topcon rate controller that's compatible with this, the Apollo, and then some of our wiring on our sprayer was pretty old, so we ended up just kind of direct wiring some of like the boom sections, and so we kind of put on new wiring with it, so it will hopefully help the longevity of our sprayer. We keep this thing records each field separately, so we can pull some records off there, but I like paper records too, just to take a quick look at. So I write some things here which I can understand them, no one else maybe could, but I know what they mean. And then we get a ticket for each load of fertilizer we get, and then this is a chloride product. This is UAN 28% nitrogen, and then this is a sulfur product, and these two have some nitrogen in them. So then the blend gives us a the ending blend is 80 pounds of N. Well, at 35 gallon an acre, we're putting on 80 pounds of N, 7 pounds of sulfur, and 12 pounds of, it says, I think Cu is copper, but it's chloride, I'm pretty sure. So, but anyways, and then, so it tells us how many gallons we got, and then I write per field, especially on our like share cropped fields where the landlord is sharing some of the fertilizer costs. We write the exact gallons we put on that field, and we can back that up with the actual records from the monitor, and so then we build that. Don't laugh at my Bluetooth earpiece. It's actually pretty handy. I think a lot of farmers use them, and my cousin recommended me to get one, and sometimes I feel a little nerdy with it, but it's actually really nice when I'm spraying or doing other things with my hands. Sometimes you just have to stop and talk on the phone, like I just stopped and talked to the GoPro, because you can only think about so many things at once. But if you're already spraying and you just need to answer a call, it's really nice, I gotta say. So I've been trying out. I don't always leave it on my ear. Sometimes I set it down until I get a phone call and then stick it in there. But when I finish this, I'll go to our last wheat field, and then we have the oats and some brome we're gonna do, hopefully, and then we'll be ready for rain if we can get all that done. We had one hose start leaking oil, but we're gonna try to limp along because it only leaks when we fold, so we might just not fold that tip. And we have all back roads to drive, so we'll try to get back to the shop so we can take it off and fix it and get done first. So, well, my phone died, so I quit being able to film video with my phone, and Nathan, we had a breakdown on the sprayer. The main hose blew and shot fertilizer way up in the air, and so Nathan had to take that in to get a new hose, and I came out here to feed cattle to end the day. Nathan's hoping to finish that last field we were on. That's it for fertilizing wheat for 2021, and hopefully it rains this weekend. We'll keep you posted, and we'll show you guys what the wheat looks like as it greens up here in the next week or two. It's an exciting time of year, spring, and things are greening up, and we're getting ready to take on another growing season. So hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and comment below with any questions you might have, and remember to click like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
you.